Good day, everybody. My name is Ms. Mabwe. I welcome you to today's grade 10 business studies lessons. However, today we'll be focusing on the application questions on the topic ways in which businesses can use creative thinking to solve business problems. Right, we're starting off with our scenario here. It says, read the scenario below and answer the question that follow. All right. We are looking at GE Manufacturers, which is GM. GE Manufacturers produces quality ladies and gentlemen clothes. GE pride itself with their stylish products and good customer services. The management of GM always apply their creative thinking skills to solve their business problems. They always train their employees on creative thinking and problem-solving techniques. GM creatively adapted their products to meet the changing tastes and the demands. So that is our scenario. The first question says, quote 2 ways in which GM uses creative thinking to solve business problems from the scenario above. Right. We are finding 2 things here. The first one is to quote. Where are we quoting from? From the scenario above. This is the scenario above. Now, here's a rule. Quote means you are taking it as is directly from the scenario. You are not taking out anything. You're taking it as is from the scenario above. The second question says, discuss other ways in which GM can use creative thinking to solve business problem, right? Another keyword that we are getting, other ways. Other ways is other than the 2 that are mentioned in the scenario above. So in 1A, you are quoting from the scenario, 1B, other ones. So meaning others that are not quoted or were not quoted or are not included in the scenario. So with the few seconds that I've given you, I hope now you've already quoted, you've identified or spotted ways in which GM uses creative thinking to solve business problems. All right, let's now come up with the answers. All right, it says here they always train their employees on creative thinking and problem-solving techniques. Right, let's find it. Where is it on our scenario? It's here. They always train their employees on creative thinking and problem-solving techniques. I hope you can see as is. Nothing was changed. As is directly from the scenario. Directly from the scenario. Right, but the question said 2 ways in which GM can use creative thinking. So what is the second way? Right, GM creatively adapted their products to meet the changing tastes and the demands. Here it is, here it is. So that's what GM has done. So we've quoted, this is what GM does to solve business problems. Right, so this is the second one. So we've done our part. So we've quoted, taking it word for word as is from the scenario. Remember the question, ways in which GM uses creative thinking. This is what GM does. GM does only those 2. So the follow-up question says, what are the other ways that the business can use to solve the business problems? Right, so other than the 2 mentioned here. All right, moving right along, discussing other ways in which GM can use creative thinking to solve business problems. The first one, employees can think for themselves and come up with creative solutions to all kinds of business problems. Now, as you can see, this is not from the scenario. Encourage a spirit of play and experimentation in the workplace. Allow them to experiment. Allow them to make errors. So trial and error again. Give feedback on employees' performance. So this also motivates employees as well to do better from the feedback that you've given them. All right, we're moving on to the next question. The next question says, elaborate on the meaning of problem solving. Right, so what is problem solving? It is the ability to search for and find information relating to the problem. You are searching and you're finding information that relates to the problem. It is a process, number one, a process of identifying, that is number one, and analyzing the problem, number two, and coming up with the solution. So you need to first identify that there is a problem. What is the problem? Identify it, state the problem, and also analyzing the problem. How do you analyze the problem? By coming up with the causes. What causes this problem? And you don't just fold your arms after finding the causes of the problem. You now need to come up with what? The solutions of solving, because that's the whole point. You are solving the problem. Come up with the solutions. All right? I hope you understand. Moving right along to the next question. Discuss other ways in which GM can use creative thinking to solve business problems. Right. Encourage brainstorming sessions for employees. Recognize and reward achievement. Encourage employees to express their ideas and take risks in a safe or non-threatening environment. Allow them to express their ideas. Reward achievement. If they did well, reward them. Allow them or encourage them to brainstorm by sitting down and coming up with ideas without criticizing each other's ideas. That is way, or those are the ways in which a GM can use the creative thinking to solve the business problems. All right, we're going to go for a quick ad break, and when we come back, we continue with our application questions. I'll see you just now.